Speaking of crime, tomorrow marks 1 month since Chief Eddie Garcia took over the reins at DPD, but they're still dealing with an old problem. Violent crime continues to climb. Here's Damon Fernandez.
Across the city of Dallas, violent crimes continue keeping police busy. On CF Hahn Freeway, detectives found a 24-year-old man dead inside a car early Tuesday, his vehicle riddled with bullets. Hours earlier on Terry Street in East Dallas,
I was in total shock.
Another man shot multiple times inside this duplex. The murder victim was Edward Robles' longtime friend. He says neighbors are fed up. It's not the first homicide on the street.
To tell you the truth, some of the neighbors have gone and bought firearms to protect themselves.
Responding to killings and aggravated assault crimes remains priority, according to Dallas Police Department's command staff. During the month of February, data shows DPD investigated 18 homicides. 302 aggravated assaults were reported the same month.
Obviously, our priority is to save lives, as many lives as we can.
The city's new police chief, Eddie Garcia, has vowed to tackle violent crime, and he's been highlighting recent gun seizures and drug house raids on social media, all while his team's working on tweaking the department's violent crime reduction plan and strategies.
When the plan finally comes out, there's going to be an expectation that our officers will be spending their free patrol time in our areas of concern, areas of need.
Back on Terry, Robles believes more police engagement with community members could be key in seeing the crimes decline.
As today, I talked to 3 police officers, and it looks like they're going to start engaging, helping the community. I saw that firsthand when they talked to me today.
In Dallas, I'm Damon Fernandez.